stand-up comedy by Diaz. So let's go.
What's happening? What's up? Look at my boys. What up, people? When I was 23, I mucked the hooker by mistake. I'm gonna tell you guys a story real quick. I'm gonna tell you how it was by mistake, okay? You don't just look at, sometimes you leave the house and you're like, I'm gonna go fuck somebody up. And you go fuck them up. That's premeditated. So if they come back at me with a cold case trial, it wasn't fucking premeditated. That's what I'm trying to get at. You know, I'm from Jersey, northern New Jersey, so you go out, you drink, you party, and at 3 in the morning you think you're cool and you go into New York City. That's what you do. That's what you do. You go get a steak or Chinese food in Chinatown. So one night, my buddy, it was Pelican, this guy Stinky, and this guy Stephen Edward Tweds, and this guy Al. And we went over the city at 3 in the morning, went to eat like Chinese food or whatever. On the way back, I don't know if anybody's from New York yet, on the way back, you go through a tunnel. And in the winter, there'd be 80 fucking hookers out there. Not like these fucking half-he-she's on Santa Monica and shit. I mean, hookers with big fat tits out when you would drive by, they'd pull your shirt up in the fucking winter. It was November, they were out there with bikinis on. That's a fucking hooker, you understand me? That's a hooker. That's a real hooker earning her fucking living. That's a New York hooker. Hot pants, pussy sticking out of the fucking hot pants, tits out, fucking dancing out there. She got snow on the ground. She got fucking heels. That's a hooker. And they had like 80 of them on this block, and the pimp was a little black guy in a wheelchair. They had like a submachine gun in there, you know what I'm saying? And meanwhile, people like, he's making believe he's fucking retarded, but that motherfucker would cap your ass, you know? So we go over there, we eat, and we're coming back to the thing, and all of a sudden Roger's like, this is the fucking creepy thing, that my buddy Al was driving. It was his car. So Roger's like, Al, you mind if we stop and get a blowjob in the mood? He was one of those guys that would squeeze his ball and do that noise. I'd go for a dick sucking die. And he would call me, my last name is Diaz, but he would call me Die. He would die and go for a dick sucking. Let's go for a dick sucking. And I'm not into hookers. I was when I was 17. I got a bad deal at the 1040 Club, and I never went over there again, right? So, fucking Roger, you want a blowjob now? It's 4:15 a fucking morning. He's like, yeah. And I go, Roger, where the fuck are we gonna go? It's freezing. He goes, go over by the Mercedes dealer right there. There's a guy that used to sell pretzels and shit, and hot dogs and sodas with the cars going into Lincoln Tunnel with pollution all around. If you've ever had a pretzel pollution, they're fucking delicious. Fuck the mustard, you know what I'm saying? That exhaust on the pretzel is fucking brilliant. Anthony Bourdain has yet to do a fucking show on the pretzel from New York City. The fucking old pretzel with a snot on it and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? That's harder than a motherfucker. You're breaking it with a hammer at 4 in the morning. That's a pretzel, bitch, you know what I'm saying? So we eat the pretzel, we cross back over 11th Avenue. It's between 11th and 12th, and you make a right on 12th and right there. So it's 11th, and there's all these old things there. It was a fucked up neighborhood then. So we get back, and the car's rocking. And he's in the back seat in the middle, and she's sucking his dick. And she's sucking, and the car is fucking rocking. And all of a sudden, she gets up, and she storms out of the car, and he comes out, and he's like, fuck you, bitch. And he comes up, and he's like, Die, I gotta get another fucking blowjob. That wasn't good enough. We're like, how fucking crazy are you, you know what I'm saying? Go get the other blowjobs. You know, we're standing on the corner. He takes this cute little girl, he puts in the backseat, he's swapping spit with her. Roger was fucking crazy. She's sucking his dick, you know, and next thing you know, he's like, guys, she wants to go to Jersey and party. I just want to go home to Jersey and go to fucking sleep. That's all I want to do. I don't just get me over the bridge. I'll jump out of the fucking car. You know, you want to go fuck a hooker, go be yourself. So he's like, hurry up, get in. So I don't hear her. She's like yelling or whatever the fuck. So I get in on this side, and he's in the middle with the chick next to him, and Glenn Conti, Stinky, gets in on this side, and then Al's driving over here, and Tweds is over here, and we're like, get in. And Roger's like, let's take this bitch to Jersey. And I'm like, sitting in the fucking car. I'm like, what? I'm enjoying it too. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm no fucking innocent bystander. You know what I'm saying? So we're like, let's go to Jersey and fucking party. We got this fucking hooker. She's like, Jersey? I ain't never been to motherfucking Jersey. And she's yelling and screaming. And she's like, Al, pull her. We're like, Al, keep fucking going. Go through the red lights. And she's like, Al, stop. Al, stop. Now she's sideways in the back seat. We're holding her. This is fucking kidnapping. We're holding her, right? So finally she's like, what do you motherfuckers want? I'll give you my money. She goes in the purse. She takes out a straight razor. And she goes to cut Al. And I grab her head to fucking pull her back, but the wig came off. She had this fucking wig in it. I thought her head came off, but the wig came off. And then I see my friend Glenn Conti just throw a fucking punch and get her like in the neck. And she's like, We go through the fucking tunnel. They got cameras. We're holding her. She's like, help me, help me. I'm sitting there, fuck you, bitch. There ain't no help now. You scared the fuck out of me, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind robbing somebody, but she scared the fuck out of me with that skunk head, you know? So now we get her out through Jersey and shit. She's like, I got money in my pussy and all this shit. I got money in my pussy. And she lifted up her leg and like 3 bills came out rolled up that were just coated in this thing that nobody would touch it. We're like, I ain't touching it, fuck it. So we're like, well, where the fuck we're gonna take her? Where we're gonna take her? We were crazy. We're gonna take her to Roger's house. She's like, no, my parents are still out. We're like, fuck it, let's take her somewhere, Roger. We can't. And she's like, I got your motherfucking license plates and all this shit. So we take her to Fairview Cemetery. We take her to the cemetery. Everybody's out there fucking freezing and shit. And she, I got your motherfucking license plate. Well, no, you don't, bitch. So we take her deep, deep into the cemetery. And we tell her, take off your fucking, she had like a muumuu on over the bikini. So she took her bikini on. We're like, nah, you can't fucking leave. You know, we'll leave you here. Guys, you're looking at me like, Joe, are you crazy? I was fucking 23. Not even. I wasn't even. I was still fucking younger than that because it was like 83 or something, right? So we get her, we take her tube off, and I remember being furious about that fucking wig. Like my heart was still fucking, like I thought it was an animal that was alive. I didn't know what it was. So we back up the car, we're pulling out of the cemetery, like, what are we gonna do? We can't leave her here. My friend's like, fuck her. You know, she knows the deal. She's a hooker. That's the fucking deal. Sometimes you get mugged, you know? And I'm like, oh, fuck. Don't say that word. So finally she's like, fuck you too, motherfucker. I remember your face, and I was so pissed I didn't want to hit her, so I just took the wig. I lit it on fire. And I remember that I stayed till I watched the fucking wig burn to the last Chinese hair. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think it was Chinese hair. It was some animal mixed with something. That wig, and I stayed there and looked at that wig and looked at her like, I got you, bitch. And we left it there, and I never forgot about it. It was like a bad fucking thing that was tucked away. Deep, deep, deep. That's why I did drugs all those years, dipping away that story. But then you stop doing drugs, and all of a sudden you're in bed with your mask on. You're, oh fuck, I mugged a hooker in 80 fucking 3. Then you watch cold cases shit, and you're like, this motherfucker could trace my shit back. She's probably in the Philadelphia police station right now saying there was a chubby guy who looked like Fred Flintstone and shit. He took my wig, he's fucking responsible for that wig, you know what I'm saying? And I went home, and I was like, what would make me burn a woman's wig? Like it fucked with my insides, you know? It's fucked up, man. It's time to get the hell out of here. You guys were a great audience tonight. I appreciate you guys coming out. I appreciate Sal's Comedy Club. Sal's a good fucking man, dog.
Subscribe.